You can start with your name again.
Okay, my name is Keith Bird. I'm going to say 5 years ago at work, I have a small bowling alley and it has a cafe in it. And I was frying hamburgers at a busy noon hour, just like a normal day. And all of a sudden I had to go get more hamburger or something, and I couldn't pick my leg up. And I couldn't figure out what the heck was going on, and it was just like I couldn't move. I knew I had to, but I couldn't. And I really had to think about it hard, and then I could turn and go, and it just was an isolated incident. But then more things like that started showing up, and then my kids told me that when I walked, my arm was just hanging. I wouldn't swing my arms like you normally would when you would walk, and they were just making fun of me because of it. And I didn't think anything of it. I just thought, well, that's just the way I held my hand. And then I started, my shoulder would curl in, and then my arm would go up like this, and like that was the only comfortable position in it. And I thought, there's something wrong here. It just didn't feel right. And I'm a kind of all the work that I do, I work 2 jobs, is hands-on, and I need my hands and I need my legs, and I didn't have either one of them vehicles, and that was a hard thing for me to deal with because I've always been an active guy. And so I went to a doctor, and my local doctor in Park River, he didn't believe it was. He was leaning towards Parkinson's, and he didn't believe that it was, because he said there's just too many things that you do that a Parkinson patient wouldn't be able to do, because I was just on the go all the time. A normal day for me is 18, 19 hours, and I've been doing that for 42 years now, and it just was getting harder and harder to do. I didn't have energy, and my body wouldn't do what my brain was telling it to do. So I went, finally my doctor, he sent me down to a neurologist in Fargo, and I went in there, and he was more interested in that I had my daughter and my wife with me and my son, rather than telling me what I needed to know. So I walked out of there, and I went back, and Dr. Johnson is my local doctor. He said, well, we'll try to get you into Mayo Clinic then, because he knew I wasn't satisfied with what happened in Fargo. So he got me to the neurology department in Mayo, and the doctor there, apparently there is no way to test Parkinson's. It's just an observation of the doctor, and he thought that I had the early onset of Parkinson's. And right now he still has me on what he calls a minimum dosage, but I am taking 6 doses a day right now of cinnamon. And I have a friend that recommended that I'd come here and try this, because my wife and I, especially Debbie, I do pretty much what she says. She was a nurse, and she got interested in alternative ways, and we found other options that have just worked for us. And I'm very pleased that it worked out the way it has, that Joel got me to come here.
Perfect.